Yes, the Reds, it's the Anfield Wrap post-match pint. After Liverpool 3, Atletico Madrid 2. I'm here, Neil Dockin, with Stu Wright, Phil Blundell, and Phil. It can't go on like this, can it?
It can.
The night Diego Simeone lost his mind. He absolutely lost his mind. Did you see it?
I don't think it's the night. I think it's one of many nights that Diego Simeone's lost his mind.
Very on brand.
It's a beautiful moment, isn't it? It's like the cherry on the icing on the cake. Perfect way to finish the game. And you know, it can be said we owed them one. You know, the last time that we played Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, the world was up.
No, we beat them since then. We played them twice since then.
Have we played them twice since
we
then?
played them in the group stage in 21-22. Beat them twice.
I've erased that from my memory.
Twice.
But the world was on the brink, and you know, I think Simeone's always on the brink, isn't he? That's all he needs, a 90-minute.
He's on the brink of a fucking banner order going off by that.
Well, last time he was up against Slot grinned at him and he shoved him when Slot was at Feyenoord. And tonight it's taken a fan in the crowd smiling in his face. He's gone ballistic. He's gone for the steward.
I've seen a picture of said fan, and he goes home and away. I don't know who he is, and it's really quite funny. But yeah, the man's a lunatic, isn't he? And he's losing. I think he was quite annoyed with the corner because it hits the lad on the foot, and I think he's convinced it's a goal kick, isn't he? And in fairness, there's a lot of referees who would have just given it a goal kick for an easy life. Get off the pitch, it's 2-2. You give it, no one remembers it tomorrow morning, and that's the way it is. And ultimately, I thought it was a corner. I don't know if you were closer than me.
Yeah, I did. Where I was in the cop, it looked a corner to me.
It looked it to me, but he obviously wasn't having it. And he's tried to start World War III because that's his want.
Well, I also thought their first goal, there was a question of offside. The lad stood into Alisson. Yeah, he stood in front of him.
Wild.
Yeah.
You can't be stood in the middle of the goal in the 6-yard box and not interfering with play, I'm sorry. And he might not move to the ball, and the ball might not go past him. He might obstruct Alisson's view, but you can't be, you just can't be there and it be a goal. You can't not be interfering with play. Because the goalkeeper's obviously looking at him and going, he might kick that ball, and he might not react to it, but he's obviously thinking he might do something. And I saw just a screenshot of it at half time, and I couldn't believe, especially with the way the ball goes in, because it goes across the goal, doesn't it? If it had gone near post, I'd have gone, all right, fair enough. But the fact it goes across the goal, I couldn't believe it wasn't ruled out for offside, to be honest.
Well, if Alisson Becker, the nicest man in football, the holy goalie, if he's kicking off, then you know there must be something wrong with it. So I thought immediately, Ali's not going mad like that unless he thinks there's an injustice here. The second goal at first, I thought it was a wonder strike. I still think it's pretty impressive, but that's a deflection as well, isn't it, for their second goal? So they did ride their luck at times, considering they could have been out of sight in the first 10 minutes. But we left it late again, and I just can't believe we keep doing it 5 games in a row. Last minute, last gasp winners. It's unreal what the Reds are doing to us.
It is what they're doing to us. I mean, the thing is with these last minute winners, obviously the plus side is there's no better way to win a football match, but on the downside, it absolutely melts your head. Okay, my emotions are fried because I was all prepared to come into this to slaughter them, even though they'd been the better team. You know, you don't take your foot off the throat of Atletico Madrid. I feel like Liverpool players had misread the brief before this game, because you know, Atletico, they're a team, once you've got the foot on the throat, you keep stamping, you don't take your foot off. And Liverpool, for the majority of that game, played in moments and were playing in 3rd and 4th gear, and then the moments would come along where they'd turn it up a little notch, but there was too much in the game where you were giving them hope, and that's all they need to cling to, because Atletico Madrid will find a spawny way to scrape a goal or 2 goals.
They're not a team that's ever going to give up.
They don't die unless you keep your foot on the throat.
Is that one eye on the derby? Is that understandable to an extent that they're playing within themselves, the Reds, a bit tonight, or not in your view?
Not in my view, to be honest with you, because I think Liverpool have got that in the locker every now and again. You see, it's almost like the most frustrating worst kind of Liverpool performance in some ways, when you see elements of that where they become a little bit, it's almost too easy for them. And I think going 2-0 up so early on, I mean, the second goal was a great goal. It was a brilliant goal. The first goal obviously had a great deal of luck towards it.
One of the worst free kicks I've ever seen taken, by the way.
Here's me talking about them getting lucky with a deflection. And Robbo didn't even know what had happened. He didn't even celebrate. He came back to the Kop, we're all singing his name, and he was just like,
there's a debate going on watching the telly. Did it go in off Robbo's backside, or actually was it an own goal after that? And it's still to be determined, I think, in here. But
YouTube Press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.